I like to believe that the people who were meant to find us will. The hands that were meant to hold us won't let go. The eyes that were meant to see us will never look away. The hearts that were meant to love us always will. And the ones who don't belong will be the only ones who choose to leave. I like to believe that the universe has a plan, that fate is real and there's a reason why life happens the way it does. And in the end, we will all find the people meant for us.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hey y'all, how y'all doing tonight? I just got in from a softball game. Miss Charlotte Jean's granddaughter, Cameron, plays softball. Yeah, and we go once in a while to one of her games. So, we had a good time. I know a lot of people that go to these games, and these are people that you would say are MAGA. they fit right into that category. Of course, the whole state of Mississippi goes red, and that's where I live, in Mississippi. So, when people want to say what all they would do, what they would do, what they would do, you don't know what you would do if you lived right smack in the middle. They're on all sides. But this is where my people came to in 1835. I'm not leaving it just because the majority of the people don't agree with some things. When it comes to the trans situation, that's a one-on-one situation here in the South. If it's somebody like me that has always been girlified, you grew up everybody knowing you was girly. They never saw you as a man. They never saw you as a male. So it was just kind of a natural thing. Even though at the time that I did it, it was not acceptable. They expected you just to go off somewhere and be some kind of a sissy or something. A drag queen or something like that's what they expected you to do. But to come home and looking like a normal guy, that's what they normally did back, in the older days. But I couldn't do that. I had already lived my childhood and teens miserable. And there's people say, but there's no such thing as a trans child. That's not true. Because I was a child who was trans, who made the decision at age 10, found information at age 12, and left home. Well, I ran away from home at 13, dressed as a woman, driving my mother's Volkswagen. And I did come back after a few days because I wasn't old enough. But that's when I started, 13. So don't tell me that you cannot be a child or adolescent that knows that you're fucked up. I'm not one that says that we should medicalize children either. But I think they should be given the ability to speak and not be made feel the way they made me feel. They made me feel like I've got to be an outcast when it should not be that way. Because if you are born this way and it's been in you all of your life, there should never be a time that you feel like an outcast. Because this is the way you were born. This is like a birth defect that's in your brain. So that's what I advocate, for people to at least have a counselor or somebody they can talk to let them know that if they still feel that way whenever they're grown, whenever they're 18, that they can do something. But see, I wouldn't have listened to anybody. If I knew that there'd been any kind of help out there, I would have just ram-bammed, thank you, ma'am. I know I would have. But I'm glad that it did set me back where I couldn't actually do something until I was 18. I could not actually leave home and live that way full time until I was 18. My father would not allow it. So I just want to tell everybody to make sure that you know what you're doing before you make any life-changing choices. For some of us, it is the right choice. But I think it's a very small amount. A lot of people think maybe they would like this life, but very few people really understand what it's going to be. It's boring as hell most of the time. If you don't naturally feel this way, it's not enough here to keep you excited. It's just life. It's not what most of you think it's going to be. There's no rose garden unless you make it yourself and plan it. I mean, there was a lot of things that were delusions, but they were the same delusions that most women have, thinking that they're going to meet a man, fall in love, and it's going to be forever after. They feed that shit to all of us, genetic-born women and trans women. We all think it, hope it, but the majority of the time it doesn't take place. Or it takes place like with my dear friend Kelly, had perfect 30 years and then lose him early after 30 years. And they were just like almost kids whenever they first got together. 30 perfect years with your soulmate, and then it's gone. So it's a hard thing for people to find that perfect person. I'm still wondering if it's going to ever happen. Bye-bye.